I don't know what to say. I forgot because this is actually my third time redoing this.
We're gonna watch Minecraft movie. Chicken jockey.
And I'm already loving it, by the way. I'm like 3 chapters in this book, so yeah. So what's our agenda for today?
We wanna watch the Minecraft movie.
Yes, and what else?
We're going to play to the playground. We're gonna watch the Minecraft movie and then feed the chicken jockey.
And what else? What are we going to do after the movie?
Chicken jockey!
Pero we're gonna eat lunch muna, ha?
Okay.
Before we watch the movie kasi 1:30 ata ang start ng movie. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna eat first.
Okay.
Okay.
Whee!
Thank you, ate.
Look at that. It's a pepper. It's even stuffed in the inside. Hi guys. So me and Baby Apollo is going to be taking over this channel.
Wait, let's check.
Because it's already finished.
The kids are busy playing. We're gonna read Just As Long As We're Together by Judy Blume. I am learning a lot of things in this book. You see, Stephanie's mom said, "Be glad you're not perfect because it's a hard way to go through life." And I couldn't agree more. And I love this book even though it's a pre-teen book. And for some reasons, I'm learning more. It's like, I think this is the stage where you could learn more things in life when you're on a pre-teen stage. Then why didn't I learn anything? Hello. Daily dose of Dairy Queen. McDonald's again.
almost 3:30 a.m. Can you believe it? But anyways, this is a reading vlog and I am currently in Pampanga and I'm having a week vacation with my mom. Just having a little bonding in this. And what I just wanted to say is that I accidentally mood read two books for 2 or 3 weeks. 2 weeks now. I've been, doing mood reading for 2 weeks now, and I didn't mean to, get into mood reading again. I know I have mentioned this in the previous vlogs that I will try to do this challenge again, and I accidentally did it for some reasons, and I don't know if this is part of that challenge or whatnot. I don't know. This is the unofficial challenge. Is there something like that? But yeah. I have two books that I am currently reading right now, which is Just as Long as We're Together by Judy Blume, and the other book is Sunrise on the Reaping. And I am actually more focused on reading this book right now just because of all the things I discovered about 𝗟𝗄𝘁 and his games. And it's so mind-blowing that I just can't put the book down. And since I'm in Pampanga, my mom doesn't have any internet just yet. I do have mobile data, but unfortunately, my SIM card doesn't have a better signal, especially if you're inside the house. So what I can do is just read and read for hours. So I am focused on reading this. But I am currently feeling like I wanted to read Just as Long as We're Together by Judy Blume just because of many things, because this is giving me mixed emotions. I have a lot of emotions in it. I can't explain this feeling right now about the sadness I feel about 𝗟𝗄𝘁's experience and the reason how he became a tribute in the Hunger Games. I hate President Snow more than ever, but in my opinion, I think he's just desperate in a lot of things. But that's in a different book. But I'm starting to, hate him more for some reasons. But for a palate cleanser, as bookworms say, I wanted to try to read a few pages of Just as Long as We're Together because I've been crying in the last few pages of chapter 14 of Sunrise on the Reaping, just because of the things I discovered, the things that President Snow did with 𝗟𝗄𝘁 and stuff like that. So I need to take a rest for a while with reading that. But overall, you might see two books in this vlog, and you might see my first few days or week while I was still in Manila with this reading vlog just because I want to include it because Aiden was with me last week. We're in Manila. He stayed with us for a week, and then now we're staying here with my mom for a week where he stays. So, there's just that, but the rest of this vlog, you might see everything about our stay here in Pampanga. So, this is going to be my reading vlog slash Pampanga week vacation, I would say. And I am also doing my jump rope challenge, which is gonna be on another video. Stay tuned for that. And I have been doing this, creating videos for 2 or 3 separate vlogs. And I'm quite actually enjoying it. Especially as we speak as of the moment, I believe my subscribers are now around 220, which is I am so happy. I'm so happy because I have reached that numbers of subscribers in a short period of time. So let's stop talking. Let's stop jabbering or whatever. This is because of the jabber J, but let's get right into the reading vlog, shall we? So 𝗟𝗟 seems like a badass in this book, but it feels like she's like a bully in District 12. So I'm not sure if I'm loving her or I should hate her because I hate bullies. But she's very, very badass in this book, especially in chapter 3. So I don't know. We're still gonna read this and we'll see what's gonna happen. Interesting. Well, that's shocking. Surprise, surprise! Day 2 in Pampanga! Yay! So, my mom's not here because she's working. She'll be here around 12 p.m. I think, before lunch. But here we are today. Aiden's still asleep and Apollo he just finished eating breakfast. We just have to wait for Kuya. But later we're gonna do some stuff. Yay! Not really stuff, but we're just gonna read and do some jump rope. What can you say, Chommy? Nothing? Okay.
The wind is at near gale.
Pretty little baby. Sammy.
I have a slap bracelet on.
Ma.
Slap bracelet on.
Ay.
Mommy.
And unfortunately, when I woke up today, I was not in the mood reading just as long as we're together. I wanted to read this because I'm in the part where they're gonna start the games already. So I just finished the interview part with Caesar Flickerman, so I am now on the part where the games will begin. So I will go ahead and read that part instead. So yeah. It's 11:38 p.m. and I have read The Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins for 3 or 4 hours today. And what I can say is the book is really hard to put down. Hands down, Suzanne Collins. Amazing story of 𝗰𝗄𝘀. Though I can definitely say that this book and 𝗰𝗄𝘀's story it's more full of emotions. All of the Hunger Games book or all of the books in the series it is full of emotions, but I would say that the story of 𝗰𝗄𝘀 is something that's gonna stay in my head rent-free, in my heart rent-free, because of how sad. How do you say this? I think this is the super sadistic era of President Snow, I would say. So, I don't know, but this is just something that I can still remember the stories I read in the book. I can still definitely remember the story of the book, no doubt in that. And like I said, all of the books in the series are very memorable, but this one is something that I just can't take out of my head. And it's really hard for me to put this book down for some reason. So I am confidently enough to say that this is one of my favorite book among the Hunger Games books. I mean, they are all my favorite, but this is on my top list, in all honesty. I really love it. So since it's I think I'm still gonna read it, even though it's a little late, but we're still gonna read it because it's very interesting and I really love it, like I said. So we're still gonna read it. So it's our 5th day here in Pampanga, and right now we just finished lunch.
Whoa.
And we're just gonna go for a little walk. We had to go back kasi it's starting to rain and we have the camera with us. So we're gonna go out again, but we're gonna leave you guys here.
Yeah, because it's so cold. It's gonna rain too much to the point that the camera will break and we won't have anything else to use to vlog more videos and stuff. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is our 5th day in Pampanga. Unfortunately, we have to go home a little early, so tomorrow is Friday and we're gonna go home to Manila. But Aiden's gonna stay here. Anyways, we have to cut our week vacation into just 5 days, but I think the kids really had fun playing together. So I just have some things to do, that's why we have to go home. But we're gonna go home tomorrow, and all my things, or all our things, are already packed. Right there. Oopsie, my toes. But that's in our bag, and we're ready to go tomorrow. If we could leave around 8 a.m., that would be great, so we could get to Manila early. Now, when it comes to my reading today, I was able to read about a couple of pages, and I wanted to extend reading it a little bit more, the Sunrise on the Reaping, just because I think this is the part where something's gonna happen with 𝗰𝘀𝘀, and I am not quite ready because I do quite like her character a little bit, although she's a little bully in the district, but she's quite a badass in my opinion. So I just wanted to hold it a little longer, that she's still alive in the books, but unfortunately I have to finish it, but I just can't because I know it's sad. Every death of the tributes in this book is so sad, and it makes me emotional, if I am being honest. For some reasons, it's sadder than the previous tributes in the series or in the books. Sunrise on the Reaping has the saddest one. I don't know why. And again, I think it's because this is the part where Snow is being, he's still in the sadistic kind of, I mean, he was the whole series or in the whole book, but I think this is the part where he's still on his revenge kind of part, and he still hasn't moved on with Lucy Gray, even though it's been years, but I think that's the problem here. So, yeah, but it's already 1:16 a.m. I always do these vlogs at this time, but it's 1:16 a.m. now, and I might do a little reading before I sleep. Maybe a chapter or two, and then we'll go to sleep so I can wake up 6, 7 a.m. But I'll see you guys tomorrow when we get back to Manila, and hoping I could give you my last update about the book that I am currently reading. So, hello! We are now back in Manila. Daddy's just sleeping upstairs, but we are now back. And I'm not gonna do any workout today because I feel so tired and I didn't get enough sleep while we're in Pampanga, if I'm being honest. Just because of the kids and all other stuff. But and also we did some treatment on my hair that it needs to stay for 24 to 48 hours, so we're not gonna do any workouts today, most probably by tomorrow. But yeah, we're just gonna take a rest, and I might edit some of my vlogs as well so we can post more. And then I am also going to finish my book, the Sunrise on the Reaping. I think I only have 100 pages left, but I will just do some things here today because I wanted to edit my new intro for my vlog, because I have a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, who created this drawing, this art for me that I wanted to use for my intro. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do some reading. We're gonna eat dinner first, because mind you, I haven't had any lunch yet. Apollo had a few snacks, but in reality, we haven't really eaten anything yet. So, I am preparing some food now, and then after we eat dinner, I'm gonna read my book, and then we're gonna continue on with our day as usual. This is the reason I don't want to read it. I don't want to finish it. I don't want to go to this part. Oh my god, I'm ugly crying. I just hope they can get this kind of emotion in the movies that they're making, because if not, I'll be very disappointed. And since they have been posting this on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok, who's going to portray the roles in this book, I already imagined 𝗟𝗟𝘁𝘀, and it's so sad. And I know who the actress that's going to portray 𝗟𝗟𝘁𝘀 is a good actress. I've watched some of her movies. She's really good. And this part that I am reading right now is so sad that I hope, and it's sad and intense, and hoping they could put this in the movie. But I know they won't disappoint. It's just that I hope if they can have the same intensity in the book. I hope they could go above the intensity that's in the book. So I think I'll cry when it comes to this part when the movie's released. So bless my heart and me. Pray for me. It's dark in our house right now because we don't have lights yet. We're getting that fixed. But at the end of this reading vlog, I just wanted to let you guys know that I finished Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. And all I can say is this is so traumatizing in a lot of ways. And just like any other Hunger Game fans, I was so eager to have 𝗰ici's story and book and have his own movie. And now that I understood why he's like that, there's no words for it, but it's just so hard to explain his experience. And like I said in my TikTok video, if they're going to create, or if Suzanne Collins has plans to create a book for Finnick and Johanna and any other characters that the fans really wanted to get their backstory, I don't want to read it just because of how sad this book is. I never expected that this is gonna be... Try to think of Katniss's experience. Both of their experience is... You cannot compare them, but 𝗰ici's story, even before what happened with Katniss, is just so sad because during 𝗰ici's time, it's like they tried and do everything and anything they can to stop the games, and also thinking that 𝗰ici will protect his family, but that didn't happen. I know in the Hunger Games, Katniss did everything as well, but I think the difference between Katniss and 𝗰ici is Katniss had a lot of support. So it was not very difficult for her to fight for herself, for her family, and for the people. Although there's always gonna be some casualties, but I would say that whatever happened with Katniss is something that is a win for her because he won. I mean, she won. Katniss won. She stopped the Hunger Games. She set the people free, unlike with what happened with 𝗰ici. 𝗰ici, his hands were tied and he can't do anything as much as he wants to. And I think the losses that 𝗰ici experience is not... It's not worth it. I don't know, it's hard to explain compared to what Katniss experienced in the Hunger Games. I think because the people who sacrificed themselves for Katniss to stop whatever Snow is doing is something that they are willing to do to stop whatever is happening in the districts. With 𝗰ici, the losses that he experienced is something those people doesn't really deserve. And I don't know. It's just like that. The people who died in the Hunger Games, they don't deserve it as well. But they did it anyway to help Katniss stop everything that Snow is doing. And I would say it is heartbreaking, but it is worth it because whatever those sacrifices are, they're able to be successful, not unlike with 𝗰𝗁, where it's not really a sacrifice. They were murdered. They were killed by Snow for his liking. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to explain. But for me, 𝗰𝗁's story is the most traumatizing, sad, and heartbreaking story. And come to think of it, he's alone after all of these things. And I mean, with Katniss, at least she still has Peeta with her. Her mom, I think, was still alive, if I'm correct. I don't remember her being killed or died in the books, even in the movie. So I think for him, she doesn't really have that support that he needs, although he has his friends though he has his friends during those days, but you know, some of his friends will have their own life. They won't stay with him forever. They can still support him, but you know, it's just like a different kind of support if you have a partner in your life that will support you all the way through. So I think that's just the difference between Katniss's and 𝗰𝗁's traumatizing experiences. But with that being said, this is a good book. I gave it a 5-star, and we will still provide maybe a summarize or an in-depth book review on my monthly reading wrap-up for this end of the month. So, yes, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. I'll see you in my next one.
Baby, when I look in your eyes, I can see you as a child. The river gives us every good thing.